Good. It's bright, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Hey, y'all.
Hello, everyone.
We are like a few seconds early, believe it or not. I was like, should we wait for the countdown or just go? How are you guys?
But Dink and Tank were already on there, so.
I know. Hey, how are y'all? Okay. And I need to, let's see.
No ice cream tonight. I'm eating
He's eating, hold the jug up. Let him see what
peanut
you're eating.
M&Ms.
Bad. Horrible.
Yep, it is, but they're good.
Here we go.
I love them.
Okay. Oh, always do that. Always do that. Okay. Hello, guys. We'll be live in a few. Did we put that on?
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay. Hey, there's
I'm doing stuff
Keith.
over here without your authorization.
There's Keith. I know. And Robbie. Hey, guys. Let's see. Oh, my. Okay. Here we go. Well, let's see if we can.
Second best.
Oh, wow. Oh, Robbie, second best M&M. First best must be plain or almond. They have almonds, right? So, yeah.
I have no idea.
Anything with almond is best. Hi, Rebecca. Hey, hello, Ed.
Hey, fellow Okie.
Yeah,
Ed.
fellow Okie. That's great.
If you're letting that out, Ed.
Well, he did on chat, but we didn't ask any. Okay, let's see what happened here.
I have no idea.
Let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to get into the chat on my phone, and it's giving me issues. All I want to do is see the chat. Oh my goodness.
There's Jack.
I know that.
And Donald.
Hi, Donald and Lisa and Jack. Jack, you sound so much better, like feeling better. We're very happy about that. And Joy, peanut butter is my weakness.
There he is.
There we go.
Hey.
Why can't I get I'm trying to get my chat on my phone. Okay. So.
Sometimes I struggle to get chat on everyone's live. I just have to wait. Eventually it loads, but I don't know why it takes so long. Peanut butter. What flavors is he talking about? Is that for ice cream? M&M?
There we go.
And peanut butter?
M&Ms.
He said peanut butter now. What flavor? What is that, ice cream?
No, M&Ms.
Flavor of M&Ms? I just like
No.
peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
That's what I've got, but
yep.
Jack or Robbie said that was the second best. And the peanut M&Ms are pretty darn good.
Peanut M&Ms are my favorite. We did the brownie M&Ms.
You can't get peanut butter M&Ms in this size jug.
And if I had that size jug, I would still be sick. I would eat it. So I just want to tell y'all up front, I'm so glad to be on here, but I'm not going to stay the whole hour.
That's fine.
I am trying to get in bed a little bit early and continue healing, if that makes sense. But yep. I did not make it up there to bring y'all eggs and swap for kefir.
Yep. Did you find some?
I did buy some goat kefir.
Goat kefir, okay.
I'm trying to develop my own grains out of the goat kefir and goat's milk.
Yeah.
But I'd way rather make my own.
Yeah. Let me just Well, just email me your address and I will mail you some. The freeze dried.
I'll text it to you. How's that? We got each other's phone.
Even better, duh. Yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of. Text. But.
Yeah.
Check your pockets, Douglas. Okay, somebody tell me who that is.
Let's see. We've got somebody else in here. Let's see. Well, I have to go back on here because It's in chat. Let's see. Yes, check your pockets, Douglas. Hello. I've been seeing him in Robbie's live. And
Yeah,
Douglas, did we see you in Money Pit? Might have.
I caught him telling Tamara not to tell anybody who he was because he was having fun doing it,
Oh.
being mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he's clean, we're good.
Yeah, he's good. He's clean. I
Yeah.
may or may not know who it is now. Somebody
Okay.
may or may not have texted me who it was, but I didn't want to give up the secret.
Yeah.
Monty,
Okay.
I couldn't think of your first name.
What?
It's been a while, huh?
Yeah, I was trying to look up your phone number.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty sad. I feel like, Jack, it seems like we have been out of pocket too. It has been so busy the last few months.
Well, summer comes around and
Yeah,
oof,
it's.
we are.
I feel like I haven't been able to get on and watch the videos, the shorts, the lives, everything.
No, time goes away.
Yeah, it just moves so fast, and the day is just gone, and my list is still long every day. I mean, I was running out at 7:30 to feed the animals. We've been dealing with animals all week.
Yeah,
But
we've still got a lamb that hasn't
lambed. She is
Goodness.
so close. She's been so close for so long. That's wearing us out, and now we're having to keep her, pinned up because, and I don't want them in the field. I don't want them to, lay down and try to have it out there.
The promoter.
Let's see. Who do we have in here? We've got Robbie and Donald. And let's see.
Yeah, I hope Farm to Table, I hope they picked up, some time and some subs by filling in for you guys and us.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, they filled in once for us, but once or twice. But
yeah.
I love having them to be able to call and, see
three times for us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I already turned it all the way up.
I don't think they did at least two of them. Somebody else filled in the other time.
Oh, yeah. Well, you hate the time to just,
give it.
Tracy and Tim.
Hi, Tracy.
Just his character.
Let's see.
Sorry, having a sidebar conversation with Robbie on a text too.
Okay. Thank you.
About check your pockets, Douglas.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't tortured you, Jack. I haven't sent you any pictures of our peppers that are growing.
That's okay. I can have spice again. My ulcer is healed. I'm not going to just dive over the deep end.
Right.
I've had 2 cups of coffee since I got the word Wednesday that my ulcer was healed, and a little bit of spice, but I'm going to continue to let it completely heal because they said I still had some redness in my stomach lining.
Yeah. I will get you those kefir grains out
Okay.
and get those in milk. And it's probably going to take a week for them to wake up and but.
Yeah, leave them on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put them back in the fridge.
Yeah, just text me and I can talk you through it, and then you're going to have your own grains, and they're just going to keep growing. You'll have to split them off, and I haven't split mine off in a couple of weeks because I went ahead and doubled it, let them be real big. So I started making a half gallon instead of a quart. And
that's what I need to do is get a bigger jar. But I've had kefir in the past, so I know how to keep it. We just got
Yeah.
away from it.
Yeah. And when you're feeling good, it's easy to get away from it. And then you wake up one day and it's like, oh, because it keeps the inflammation down. And I've got I've got a bad toe and I've got Raynaud's in it and things like that. So when the inflammation gets up in my foot, it's like, man, I know I got to hit the kefir and be on it every day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So awesome, Jack.
Let's see. Peanut butter.
Went away.
Is that Keith saying peanut butter is his weakness?
I do love peanut butter.
Peanut butter M&Ms?
My weakness is spicy foods
Mm.
of every type.
Well, I won't tell you what I made today then.
Well, no, he said he could do a little.
Yeah, I can. I can have all I want, but I don't want to get right back where I was.
Right. That's understandable.
I was surprised. So with an ulcer, I could not have cow milk
Oh.
because it creates acid, or it helps develop acid. So
Mhm.
goat milk I could have.
Oh, yeah.
I was surprised. I really liked the flavor of it. I just got a plain. I didn't get any flavoring in it, which I like kefir anyhow. I like that effervescent, sour, yogurty type flavor anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
I do too.
Is
He puts what is it you put in there?
I put stevia in there. Yeah.
he's chewing M&Ms. He's not chewing gum. Pie.
Nope. Nope. There's no rudeness going on with wearing a ball cap.
You don't
Not in our family.
You don't know that man if you think he's being rude. He's a good dude.
Yeah. No, we don't know him. I was going to say, I normally have a ball cap on with him.
Yeah, exactly. Grab camera.
Well, let's get real rude.
There you go. You just letting it all hang out.
Joy, where do we get your kefir? Oh, are you asking Jack where he gets that goat kefir? I have not
got
seen
it at Sprouts. Sprouts grocery store. Sprouts Natural Grocers.
Okay. I have seen kefir, and I think we bought some kefir there years ago before I had the grains.
But you can't buy the grains there. I was going to go buy Natural Grocers and see if they sold grains.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, if you need a SCOBY to make kombucha, you can buy a SCOBY at Natural Grocers, but you cannot. Sprouts don't carry them, or hasn't in the past.
Oh wow!
But you can develop your own SCOBY real easy, and
Mm-hmm.
grains too. As far as kefir goes, this is raw, unpasteurized, so I'm hoping that I could develop grains off of it. I don't know. I probably ought to strain it and see what I got.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'll have some coming to you tomorrow.
Well,
Yeah, I wonder if you could use goat milk with that. I've never tried it, but it's worth experimenting with.
Well, it's good. It tastes good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if I send you the grains, I'm wondering if those grains will work in that.
Yeah, it should. You can actually use milk grains to make water kefir.
Okay.
Water kefir is just. I like kefir. I like the milk kefir.
Yeah.
So I've tried the water kefir. Didn't stick with it.
Okay. I looked into it, but I didn't. I never made any, and I didn't order. I didn't order the grains or anything. Yeah. Let's see.
If I could, I'd shut that down. But they are amazing folks, aren't they? Glad to call them our friends. We're talking about you two.
Yeah, there's Troy.
Oh. Where are you?
Troy Sutton.
Okay, there we go. Now, is this moving from the top or the bottom? Tell me.
They're coming in new to the top.
Oh. See, I keep trying to look at it like my phone.
Yeah, I do too. I get confused.
I don't know how often I do that, and I just got.
Yeah.
because I'm usually running behind on my phone, and then I'm up here, and it's like I have no idea where we're at.
Yeah.
You control that one, and I'll try to keep up with this one.
But yeah, we finally got our pool opened.
Yes. Oh, last week. Yeah.
Last Friday.
Yes, but it takes forever to get them balanced and anything.
We had to kill off all the tadpoles.
Oh, you should have taken them fishing.
We've had y'all know. I mean, Oklahoma. We've had so much rain this year. Normally, we already have the pool open. So a couple of years ago, we've always had, and we've probably told this story. Our kids, we always had a pool, just an above ground pool that we put in with a deck and everything when the kids were young. And so I think this is summer number 3.
Yes.
Right. So 2 summers ago, we decided to put in another one here in this house.
And we have no flat ground here.
No flat ground.
So it had to be above ground.
Yeah. And it's buried on one side, basically.
Yeah.
And so there's a deck on one side of it and stuff. But if you guys have, it is the best magnet to bring your kids and grandkids around because they pop in and out every day, or just they want to come swimming. So
that's cool.
It's been great.
Once or twice this summer, the kids will float over, and it's like, Dad, thank you, Mom and Dad, for getting a pool.
Putting in a pool again, even though they're grown, but now they're married and they've got grandbabies, and
they got.
Dina and I have had them.
We've had our grandbabies. Do what?
Dina and I have had pool off and on for several years, and the last one we got it on a late season above ground. We've never had in ground, or at least we've had partially in ground because we hadn't buried it, but.
Yeah.
The last one we got on a late season sale, and we bought a salinator, so we do a saltwater pool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And I swam around that thing maybe once that year, that before the season was gone, and literally while we were setting it up, so we drained it halfway down, covered it for the winter, and when we wanted to open it the next year, we drained it because it was terrible. Somebody likes my hair.
What hair?
Exactly.
Jay likes it.
It had grown so much algae, so we drained it down to actually get in there and clean it up real good by hand. And a storm blew up that night, blew it to pieces because there was no water to hold it.
Man.
It was like, that's $1,000 bill gone right there. Literally, I swam maybe one lap around it with no chemicals or nothing in it while we were setting it up.
Oh my. And the chemicals and everything is so expensive these days.
Yeah, it took us almost all this week to get the chemicals balanced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We still need to take another water sample over, but I've got the little drops and the tester kits and everything, and it's like, okay, it's holding the chlorine, pH is finally right, calcium is right, so it's an ordeal. But as long as it's clear, the kids are like, I don't care if it's cloudy. I want in.
What was it last week? Grandson was in there. He's 4 years old, I guess.
4.
I mean, his lips turned blue.
Yes.
And he was just chattering. He was like, "No, I don't want to get out. I don't want to get out. I'm swimming."
Our kids were water dogs too. Our youngest son more than our oldest, but I was too when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So loved it. Still
like their kid. Yeah. Our boys just loved the pool. We got it when they were young, 6 years old or something. And
I had to remind the oldest that he wasn't 13 and he didn't weigh 70 pounds again because he was doing flips off the side.
I think you did that yesterday.
Yeah.
Our oldest, and Yeah. So we just always had so much fun. I think it was your sister that told us years ago when our boys were little, and she said, "Hey, if you can do it, put in a pool because then their friends and everything want to come to your house. The
That
kids
is
will
good
get home."
advice.
Yep.
If
And
you're going to hang out somewhere, make it your house. That's what we
yep.
try to do.
Yeah, and so that's what we did. Of course, they had a pool too, and we're talking above ground pools. We didn't put in grounds, um,
Hey, Neil.
but it
Yeah.
was
Hey,
just so
Neil.
much fun. Hi, Beth. Hi, Neil. Uh, so that we've kind of just always. That's why I think we talked about it for. I bet we didn't only. I bet we talked about it for a year, one summer, and it was like, we need to do this next summer. These grandbabies are going to be
Hey,
growing like
Beth. I
crazy.
didn't see Beth in there either. She's in there.
Yeah, I saw her.
Yeah,
I
she
saw her.
came in right behind
Yeah. Or right before.
Neil.
Oh, right before. Okay.
Samuel doesn't read his Bible well, does he?
Hmm.
Trying to support Palestine.
Hmm.
You're not going to find a favorable crowd here, my friend.
No. So anyway, we've spent the week. Well, I guess we didn't even tell about with all the rain for the last how many months?
It's been nuts.
we had
More rain than I can.
2 or 3.
38 inches this year.
I don't remember. I can't
Wow.
remember what that said. It was crazy. Might have been only 30 inches. I don't remember, but we had so much water on our cover. And normally normally I think in May we take the cover off and open the pool and everything. And there was no need, not with all the rain, because the rain absolutely trashes your chemicals and your chlorine, and the algae will just go crazy. So, the pH gets off and everything. And it wasn't even warm enough. It wasn't even hot. Not till the last few weeks.
Your video is, hey, how are you guys?
Hi, back to good.
Your video's glitching just a little bit. Your audio is being flawless.
Okay.
It's just catching every now and then. I don't know what's going on there.
Probably whatever is going around Money Pit and where was it? Just Robbie?
Mine went off good.
Donald's too. Yeah.
Everybody had problems tonight.
Yeah. So, well, let us know though if send us a message if anything happens. We're not touching anything.
Well, your audio's been flawless.
Okay.
Been real good. I mean, I can hear every crunch of those M&Ms.
That would be the peanuts.
I'm doing my best.
I was thinking about turning my hearing aids down. No, I'm teasing, but your audio has been good.
Okay. Well, anyway, just to finish up that little thought was our pool has never been full of the cover of tadpoles. We had thousands and thousands of tadpoles in the top of the pool. And to try to get the cover off without them all going into the pool was a big concern. So,
and just for everybody on here, we're 70 away from our 1,000.
You're closing in. You were at 29 a while ago.
Oh wow!
Have you guys ever used the solar cover for the summer for early year, late year?
Our old pool, we did.
Those really do extend your swim time. They're nice.
But where our pool is at, it's almost full sun all day.
So that helps.
And through the middle of summer, it's almost it's
too warm for him.
It's not refreshing to me. She loves it.
I like the water warm.
She likes it 90
degrees.
It
did get a little hot it did get a little too warm last year. But
at this point, I would really like to have a hot tub on my back porch and nobody know about it.
those are good too because you don't have to heat it in the summer, but it's
Right.
enough to cool off, and so those
Well,
are good too.
we've had them in the past, and they're just as good in a snowstorm as they are in the summer.
Yeah,
We enjoyed it, and our
yeah,
kids were home then, so it was a big deal.
yeah. When our boys were young, we had a hot tub on the back porch, and then we had the pool, and they would go back and forth, and they, especially if it was early season or late season, they jump in the pool and then they go jump in the hot tub, and
Yep,
they had a lot of
exactly.
fun with that. But it's we stopped at the pool. Prices are not what they were 20 years ago
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no,
at all. Yeah.
no. You know what I'd really like to have is a swim spa.
I would have liked one of those.
Where you can
Those
swim
things
in
are
place.
crazy. They're crazy expensive.
Yeah, yeah. You can find some decent money. They're still expensive on Facebook Marketplace, but then what are you getting? You know, buying a used
Yeah.
one?
And
Our
how do you get it? How do you get it where you need it?
our daughter-in-law, her folks bought one and put it inside.
I think it was like in a garage or something,
Wow.
but still, I don't know how that worked. But
But yeah, so
well,
if that one ever comes available, we might think about it.
I don't even know how you. I don't know how you move those things. You need a crane to put it anywhere.
Well,
We
the
would.
one I was looking at was at the state fair, and they said they had a crane. They would set it over in my backyard. I wouldn't even have to take my fence down.
Wow.
And we lived in Mustang then.
Wow.
Hey TNT,
Hi,
welcome.
TNT.
So listen,
Hi,
guys, it's almost at the half hour, and I am going to bail out of here.
Okay.
I will spend more time with you guys later as things continue to progress. But thanks for having me on. I've enjoyed catching up.
Well,
a bit.
You bet.
we're glad to hear you're doing better.
I know.
I'm glad to be feeling better, like literally feeling like doing something.
Yeah. Oh my. Well, it seems like it's been forever. It kind of has been.
It has been.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
thrashed out over, well, since we left 10 Killer, pretty much.
Right. Yeah. Goodness. Well, I hope that Dina's doing good too. Yeah.
She is. She is. She's
Good.
in there reading healthy things right now.
Mm-hmm.
Guinea pig on me, I'm sure. No, actually, she's actually following a doctor that's more geared to women.
Mm-hmm.
And
Good.
so, anyway,
Good.
I can't tell. I'd tell you guys in person or in a call or something, but I can't tell you everything I've done to get to where I'm at now. But it was a big step, and I can't make it public. But
Good. Okay.
it's not illegal, but I would get in trouble about some of it. So I'm not smoking green cigarettes or none of that stuff.
All right.
Anyway,
Well,
you guys have a great evening. Yeah. Exactly.
okay. Well, tell Dina hello, and you guys take care. And if we don't hear from you this week or anything, then we'll see you next Sunday.
All right. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you, Jack.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my.
We need to get
I know.
let's trade paint. We need to get him
Sean?
some eye doctor appointment. Hello, all you beautiful people.
Oh, Sean is too nice. Let's see. Where's Robbie? Is Robbie still on here?
Yep.
Oh, and we've got Keith in the house tonight, right? Or Keith in chat. Not Ryan. Let's see. Oh. Well, I am really glad that Jack and them are doing good.
Yeah.
I think Keith was in earlier. Keith was in chat.
Well, Sean's saying hello, Keith.
Keith,
so
yeah.
he must know. Since
Yeah.
he knows all the beautiful people.
Oh my. Let's see. Sorry, y'all have to keep hearing my little chimer. I have a what do we have on there? We have our camera system. We've got we took one of our camera systems outside and we've got it in our sheep pen in our bay. And so it's motion sensor. And I get a notification when there's movement, because it's supposed to be this one.
I get to hear that all night long.
You don't either. You sleep through it. That's why I came and laid down on the couch, because it kept going off and I would have to get up and check. So that way I just put it next to me, and only because we have a slight, it would be called a high risk lamb, possibly. So we are trying to keep a very, very close eye on her.
Yeah. Well, our lambs are no longer livestock. They are pets.
Okay. We would have lost Blee,
like I said,
and the baby had I not been here and intervened.
I said, they're pets now, not livestock.
Well, you don't want to lose livestock because that's pretty expensive. So
just saying.
I'm just saying livestock is expensive. And so we're kind of taking the advice also. I mean, the vet was right on board with.
Yeah, somebody's been overfeeding them. So they have fat babies.
I was not quite educated enough on their feeding. And it's not from lack of trying to learn, but some of the hardest lessons come by, doing things wrong. Mm-hmm. And so I really don't want to have to pull this baby for vet. And so she's been cut off, but the vet said, don't take all of the grain or anything. So we are trying to, I'm just ready for her to have this little lamb. If it's one, I put a short out a week or so ago, and it was like, how many do you think? Everybody came back with 3.
She is very wide.
I know.
It's almost comical watch her lay down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there's Paul.
I see. What are you doing? Hi, Paul. What was that? No, I do not. I'm not willing to lose either of them. So, she's very close within a couple of, I can't even say weeks.
Last Saturday we were watching.
Hi, Janae.
Last Saturday we were watching her, and it was like, oh gosh, she's not going to make it the end of the day.
Here we are, a week later.
A week and a day later.
We've actually been saying this for about 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
That we've been saying any day now, because just learning about sheep and all this stuff and lambing.
That's another thing. If anybody on here has lambs we got hair sheep, but for whatever reason, when the first one lambed, the ram was still out there with her.
We did not have them.
And he was like.
Well, she hadn't lambed yet. She hadn't gone into active labor.
Yeah.
But he ran her. One day he just up and started chasing her. And of course they had all been together. We had never separated him out. And I was outside.
And he wasn't trying to mount her or anything. He
wasn't trying to breed her.
Yeah, he was just butting her and
chasing her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I separated them. I went out there real quick, got them separated. And I don't know why those notifications. I got the volume down. But
that popped up on here. That was crazy. But anyway.
So I separated them.
And then today.
And he did it again. So that's when,
And then today, the little ram lamb.
Bucky.
Yeah, that we had.
Who's a month old.
he's 4 weeks old, and we had him demonetized.
He's a wether.
Yeah.
He's a wether. He's no longer a ram.
But
He's gonna
he was going at Beth, the one that hasn't had hers yet.
Yeah.
He was going at her, doing the same thing, butting her, and that's so.
Yeah, I don't know, but he's a month old, so he's like a little ornery teenager, young little, and he just messes with her. He wants to headbutt with her and play, and this is not his mama. She doesn't want to
We'll
mess
see you,
with him.
Donald.
Good night, Donald and Lisa.
Have a good week.
Yeah. So anyway, we're just kind of wondering, well, does that, kind of watching those kind of signs. I don't know.
If that's something that the males do just when they think it's, I don't know.
I don't either. So that's something that, it's a waiting game.
Yeah.
And it's a little nerve-wracking at times to think you kind of need to be here. So, yeah, Janae, we just called him Little Bucky. But we had him, we went ahead and he made him a wether. They do that the first week of life, basically. So he's not going to be a ram because I just felt like since I had to pull him and he was such a big baby and he's so cute. He's a perfect wether. He's a perfect companion to keep here. So like right now we have Bramble. We've got him separated now where he's got his own field and he's got his own little pen. And he's right next to where, the girls are. They can see each other, but he can't get to them. And we'll move little Bucky in with him. And that way he's got a companion and he's not alone. We just have to wait till Bucky is weaned. So that's kind of where we're at with the sheep. And it's just a never-ending learning with these livestock. It's not the first time we've had sheep, but it's the first time that we have bred them.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot of learning. And since we got them when they were 6 months old, they're over 2 years old now. Yeah, they're over 2. And so you don't know. We don't have any, there's no history on their lambing or anything. So you don't know how it's going to go.
We're hoping the second time around they'll already be.
The second time it'll be easier. Well, I think
they'll do it on their own.
Well, yeah, I know now not what to feed them. Yeah. Right, Paul. I saw.
Cut back on the grain.
Yeah, and I think Paul was he. Oh, oops!
What happened?
I think it moved us. Hang on, guys. There we go. I should go back to that. Uh-oh. Hang on. Okay, we'll leave it alone. We'll leave it right like that.
Hopefully Paul will jump on.
I know, Paul, you might have to jump on. We need to fix this. I hit the I was trying to hit the scroll down.
Yeah, she touched the button.
Oops. Oh my. So, well, I was trying to find Paul's comment, and it was not everyone is cut out for animal agriculture. That's true. That's true. And I just didn't really think. Are we back? Can y'all see us? Let us know. Is it?
It's way up in the chat, Paul.
Let me just post it again, Paul. Let's see. Let's see. That should be it. Okay. Yeah, it was, you know what? Maybe I forgot to pin it. I think I forgot to pin it. There we go.
Well, you must have pinned it because Jack got on.
Well, it was at the top of the feed, but no, it wasn't. No, it was just, it wasn't at the top. It was just floating around wherever it was. Okay, let's get this off of there. And I better not.
Yeah.
Okay, good, Beth. Thank you. You can see and hear. Hey, Greg. Yay. And so, yeah. Let's see who
Just on the bottom of
See?
the screen.
There we go. Let's see where you pop up, Paul, because
He's on the bottom.
no, we're missing our top. Go back to over here. Did I really messed something up, didn't I?
Yep, she did.
Can you what does the dots show?
And I'm stuck.
Oh, there
Got
we
it.
go.
Monty got it. Was it showing anything different on y'all's end? Because on ours it was like a big blank blue screen at the top.
Well, that's what everybody was saying. But Paul's not speaking.
Paul is not speaking.
Paul's like
Is it
frozen.
Memorex? It's not frozen.
Yep,
Oh, he
and
was
he's gone.
frozen. He was frozen. Try again. Oh man. Okay, Keith. Does it look right now? Because Monty did fix it, I think. Beth, don't go there. Don't start that. Alaskan Wild Adventures. Hello. Okay.
Greg said Paul is frozen. Paul's gone.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if he was just acting up or if he was frozen, but
Yeah,
sometimes,
we didn't know if he was being Paul.
yeah. Okay. Someone's there. Oh, the actor who had to say, yeah, nope.
Don't know who that person is.
Nope, we can't
so.
do that. Nope. So go back to chat. Sorry, guys. We can't let anybody into on panel if we don't know you. So we kind of keep that reserved for verified channels.
Yeah, it's ice cream Sunday, but I'm out of ice cream, so I had
Yeah, she might not have seen.
to go with it. Peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, the big jug
Yeah.
from Sam's. Or, but in all fairness, you've had that for a long time, right?
Yes.
He
Well,
hardly ever eats them. They're just kind of a
But you keep buying stuff, bags, and putting them in there.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a long time. I don't know where that box came from.
I'm
I'm not sure. Goodness. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Robbie. All's good now. Okay. Let's see. Hey, there is Tony. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony. We
Oh.
still need to get together for dinner sometime.
Ice cream did sound good. We have a tin roof. Oh. There's lots on here.
There.
Let's see. There
Paul's
we go.
back. Whoop. Doop.
I am not going to touch that.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Now, how is that? Oh, you're on this one. You need to go back over here. See. We'll get it right.
This may be the only time I'm small.
There you go.
Oh,
We enlarged you.
we didn't know if you were playing or if you were really frozen.
Yeah, I've been the actor who plays Paul, and I was BR549, and none of them would work, so I just stuck with Paul.
It
I don't
wouldn't be Sunday night without Paul.
I know.
I'm doing kind of
Thank you,
poorly. I've been at
Oh,
church camp
nice.
with a bunch of youth kids for a week, so I'm kind of worn out and tired.
Yeah, well, we heard you today at like what 2,
Yeah,
3 o'clock?
it was almost 3 o'clock before I got my live done today.
Yeah.
Getting around kind of late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this summer is wearing everybody out.
I have not got a stitch of hay baled yet.
Oh,
Between my two boys and I, we probably have to have 800 to 1,000 round bales, and we haven't baled one yet.
oh my goodness.
That's how many you need?
Yeah.
Goodness.
I always feed near 300. Scott's got a few more cows than I do.
Wow. Goodness.
But this year we've had so much rain, it's kind of hard to tell what it's going to yield. There'll be a lot of it.
That's what I was wondering.
Won't be that great a quality, but there'll be a lot of it. Don't take too good a quality to get some cows through the winter.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we're actually have to run tomorrow and pick up. We just need some square bales since we don't have our steers anymore. And the sheep, we actually had a full round bale left from our steers, but our sheep are worse than horses.
Yeah.
That thing was full of stickers.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't the worst we've ever had. Just regular cow hay we've had. And we've had so many of I call them the goat head stickers. The horrid kind that hurt, draw blood. But this bale was horse hay. And we got it from a guy and we've gotten several, and the steers, goats did fine with it, but the sheep are picky. I think they're worse. And this was horse hay. We paid extra. And we literally had to haul it off today to a back corner of the field so I can go and get some square bales.
Yeah, I dumped it in the canyon.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of horse people that's wanted to buy hay from me, and I tell them the quality's not all that poor, and they say that's all right if our horses will live through it, it'll work. But one guy got complaining about how much of it his horses would eat, and I'm like, well, if you're gonna do it that way, you could probably do all right by just sticking the bale up on end in your barn and forking the hay off of it to them. And he went to doing that, and he said, man, there's benefits to doing that I didn't know about. He said he got all of his exercise that he needed.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, he got his horses fed, and they didn't waste as much of his hay.
Yeah. Oh, well, and even the sheep, they waste so much because they won't touch it when it hits the ground.
Well, my cows are not really super picky, but they don't like eating bales in the ring that have been wet.
Yeah.
I got plenty of room under a roof to store all my hay inside. I don't know whether that makes a difference or not, but they put a bale in a ring and they eat on it a day, and then it rains overnight or something. They really don't like it. They will walk away from it for a while.
Yeah. I actually bought a small little, like a canvas tarp just to go over the cradle feeder because when you have the small livestock, the goats and the sheep, it takes them forever to eat through a round bale. But goodness, those round bales are so much more economical than those, square bales.
Well, I don't know. I put up a lot of those square bales, and they're a lot of work. But when I was in high school, they would put us in those weightlifting programs, and they'd say, well, you need to work out with, like, I don't remember what it was, 60% of what your max weight lift was. And I'd be like, okay. At that point, they would want you to do like 4 sets of 5 reps a piece or to be a workout. And I'm like, that ain't nothing. They got me lifting 120 pounds. I'm used to carrying around 2 square bales that weigh 55 pounds. and we'd put a couple of 300 of them in the barn, pretty quick. It really wasn't much of a workout. I'd buzz through the little workout and they'd say, "Are you done yet?" I'm like, yeah, I'm watching everybody else finish, twiddling my thumbs, or lack of thumbs.
Yeah, I think when I was 13 years old, I think I got paid 2 cents a bale.
Oh my gosh.
Picking it up out in the field and then unloading it in the barn.
Mm.
I had several kids that was younger than me in school that I went to school with that would off and on come help me. But the best I think I ever done, I had a couple of neighbor kids over here that were homeschoolers, and mom and daddy didn't like take them to town all the time, and they didn't go play ball or nothing, and they wanted to work, make some money, and I'd run with them two and split the pay between the three of us, and I don't know, they'd get 10 or 12 cents a bale, but me and them two boys could put 600 bales in the barn in 5 hours or less. And I always thought if you could do 100 bales an hour, you was doing really good, but we would never start picking it up till 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And I had a trailer we could haul 192 bales on, and I'd try to make enough to make us 3 loads. That worked out really good. They were happy. Of course, they'd go home and go to bed. I had to go home and do my evening chores. And back when I tried to work 20 hours a day, that'll age you right there.
Oh my. It's hard enough to just move a bale or two. I mean, I can do it, but I try to wait till Monty's home to.
I had one time that was more memorable than all the rest of them, and that was we was putting up straw. I actually, all the square baled hay I put up, I had the purpose to sell it. I had a friend that owned a feed store, and we would keep him in hay as long as I had it. And it wasn't too uncommon for me to put between 5,000 and 7,000 square bales in the barn to sell through that feed store. It depended on if I could find barn space. And we were baling wheat straw for him one time. And I had thought, well, it works out to where I just finished this field today, And I went ahead and baled everything that was there. I didn't even get off and look at the counter. When I got done, I had like 4 loads instead of 5. And 1 o'clock in the morning, we ran out of drinking water. I should have quit and went to the house, but I didn't. We still had a load to unload and put in the barn, and I got dehydrated bad. I had sweat through everything I had, and then I was starting to dry out. And when we got done, I got them boys took home, and I got my chores done, went home, took a shower, and I got in bed. And I had stopped and got some water to drink because I was real thirsty. And in the middle of the night, the bed started spinning. I was getting dizzy, couldn't make it stop. And all because of running out of water. So you got to be kind of careful. You can do some pretty serious damage there. But I got done, so I didn't have to go to the field the next day, so I could kind of louse around and get to feeling better, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Around here where we're at, they try, and back then that guy wasn't doing any no-till that I was getting that wheat straw off from, and he was trying to get it to where he could plant beans behind that. And so that means after he harvests the wheat, and then we went in there and baled the straw, the chaff out the back of his combine, then he plowed it, disked it down, and planted beans. And so you had to be over that field a lot, and he was kind of trying to push us, get us to get done. So I got done. About got done for.
I've got a high school friend. He does skid steer work, did concrete work, all that kind of stuff. And I know he's had one heat stroke, and then he's had one heat type exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
And when he had his heat stroke, he was doing concrete work, but he had his skid steer. He knew he was getting hot, so he got in the skid steer and sat in there in the air conditioning thought he was good and opened the door on his skid steer. He remembered stepping on the bucket, and the next thing he remembered, he was in the hospital.
Wow.
You gotta be careful.
Yep.
Goodness. Yeah, this heat has we really didn't get, I mean, it feels like we just went from rain, cool and rain to
Hot.
excessive. Yeah.
Humid hot.
Yeah. Inferno. And
What was it? Sundown tonight, it was 94 degrees and felt like 103.
You might not believe what I'm fixing to tell you, and you could look back on the weather radar and it would still show this back about 4 hours. But at 4:30 this evening, it blowed in a storm here from the north, and I bet for the hour, it was almost an hour after 4:30. I bet we got between 2 and 3 inches of rain. I mean, it just flat poured.
wow.
Yep.
It was running around my culvert in my driveway in every direction. And it was just here. My church is 18 miles west of here, and it didn't even rain over there. Pavement right over there.
Yeah. We were supposed
They're saying we're going to get another one of them whopper doozy rains here in the middle of the night tonight. So just what I need. The reason we're having to wait to bale hay is because my ground's too wet to drive on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sean says it's raining there right now. So it will.
Where's Sean at?
Are you?
They're up in the northeast, aren't they?
You northeast Oklahoma, Sean?
Sean's at Adair.
That northeast Oklahoma.
Yep. Sean's at Adair, north of Pryor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tony said heat index was 101 there today. Tony, y'all aren't far from us, and I don't know what the news showed, but here at the house we've got a weather station, and it was 104. And was that about 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock? 4 or 5 o'clock, our heat index was 104.
82 right now.
82.
Feel like a 91.
Okay, 82 and 91.
And we have 76% humidity.
Yeah. We love our little weather station thing. I think I got that for Monty, I think a year or so ago on Father's Day. And we've gotten his parents one and stuff, and it's kind of addicting. I don't know if it's how accurate, but the weather system, the weather thing is outside.
Yeah.
I call it a weather station, but it is a station.
Yeah, it is. And
Adair, yeah.
Yeah, they'll show, well, it was like this spring, it's like, okay, well, it's going to get down to like 36 tonight. And I'll get up in the morning and we're like 26. We have one peach on our tree.
I haven't seen it in a while.
I've been watching it.
Is it still there? Okay.
I watched it today, and we have one peach on our tree. The rest of them froze off.
What'd you say your temperature was there?
82.
Right now? Oh, wow.
Well, you just got a rainstorm.
Yeah. That looks good. Okay, so Sean is saying it was 94 there, and it felt like 115. Ooh. Oh,
Makes you want to go play outside, don't it?
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
And
so Tony's a little.
Yeah, we were outside all day.
Yeah. Hello, Troy. The other day we got 3 inches of rain in 20 minutes. Still trying to dry out the basement.
I seen Troy's posts on that. It was water running everywhere.
Yeah. I checked our cellar. We've had a problem with our in-ground storm cellar this year.
Yeah.
And we've never had any issues. And now we've got a leak somewhere. And we've not been able to find it. And so I've here with all this rain in this last 2-3 weeks, it's been a month at least.
Yeah.
When we found we found water down there. Not like it's not standing, but the bottom is wet, and down there's one corner you can tell. Well, it's probably not perfectly level because it gets about an inch in there, and So I have a tarp over it till
Over the door.
over the door.
Because that's where we thought it was coming in from.
And once we put the tarp on, it didn't get wet anymore. Huh.
But this
It is now today.
the last rain we got.
Last week, yeah. And we got 3/4 of an inch in like 20 minutes this week. And that's, but did I tell you that it's not the same corner where it's
Oh,
wet?
you didn't tell
It's
me
the
that.
other corner.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
Robbie says it's 85, feels like 91. Watch this. And Robbie lives in east of Oklahoma. We'll just call it Eastern Oklahoma because of that. Right? Eastern Oklahoma, right, Robbie? It's way east, but
Yeah.
it's east of Oklahoma.
East of Oklahoma. Right. What's Grace saying? 87 and feels like 98 right now. Yeah.
I told Robbie that Missouri was getting a new state park. He's like, really? I said, yeah, they're putting up a 6-foot chain link fence around Arkansas. He didn't think too much of that.
Oh, no. Good night, Keith. Thank you for joining us. Oh, man. Well, so we've got to figure that one out with the cellar.
Yeah.
Oh, something else.
Yeah.
It's just never ending. We're still trying to get the coop done.
I
The
dip
new
it.
coop
Yeah, I dip into Arkansas every once in a while when I'm headed to
out and about.
Shreveport.
Oh.
You mean Eastern Oklahoma? Is that what you said?
Yep. I'll have to remember that the next time I roll through there. So,
Yeah, drive down in Texas. That's just Southern Oklahoma. Yeah.
Oh my.
I don't know what river that is. Down in Southern Oklahoma? Yeah.
Goodness. Okay. Well, we probably ought to get off of here and let
Yep.
everybody go and get
ready for the week.
their evening wound down.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on. I enjoy hearing you guys talk.
Yeah, thanks
Yep.
for joining us.
We still got a lot of stuff to do before we go to bed.
Yep, I got to go close some gates on animals. Make sure they're all in the pens. So.
Yeah. See
Okay.
if that crazy lamb has done her thing yet.
Well, she better not. That I would have preferred it today, but oh well. I guess if she get that done, then I wouldn't have to worry about her anymore. Okay. Robbie's saying Arkansas has some big time heat now too. It was better today. 92 and 100. Yeah. Oh my. Well, maybe it'll be a little bit better. They have said that this week here anyway, it'll be in the 80s, like the mid 80s. So
With a chance of rain every day.
So the heat index, who knows what that'll be.
Yeah.
The problem with farming is I never know what crop to plant. And it turns out this year I should have planted rice.
Yeah,
Yep.
it would have worked in a lot of places.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this, but Arkansas.
I didn't know. I didn't know, right?
Arkansas is like a huge rice production state.
The last time we went through there was a lot of rice paddies, rice fields.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they make a bunch of it.
Yeah, I didn't really.
That's why it's a duck hunting capital also.
Oh.
Hey, we're from Oklahoma. Sad,
Yeah.
whatever your name is.
Right.
We all Oklahomians, and we're fixing to say goodbye.
Yep.
Yep.
We're Okies and getting ready to shut it down.
We're shutting down we're ending up the Sunday.
Homestead Sunday.
Homestead Sunday.
Homestead Sunday.
And-
Chat and catch up with friends.
Yep. I didn't have ice cream tonight.
We had M&Ms.
Yep.
Good night.
Thanks,
All right.
Paul.
See you, Paul.
Everybody in chat, thank you so much for joining us. It was good to see you guys and to catch up. And so next week, same time, same place.
Yep.
Y'all have a blessed week. Have
Hopefully
a good
we'll
time.
have ice cream next week.
You're out of the picture. You are out of the picture. There we go.
Oh.
Maybe ice cream next week.
See y'all.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks. Love you all. Bye-bye.